pot pie.
Well, Diana Dayton's done got herself engaged.
That ain't even worth the crust. Oh, she.
Oh, I met her that day at that fancy girls' school. Looks like they're in Society Sandy's column.
Well, if that girl can get a husband, anybody can. Ugliest thing I ever did see. Got a beard clear down to her chest.
Well, Granny, you're looking at the wrong picture. That's some actor. This is Diana.
The actor's prettier than she is, even with the beard.
Listen to what Society Sandy says about it. This reporter's ears turned shocking pink to hear Divine Diana Dayton announce her engagement just hours after she was presented. Society had the biggest coming out party these baby blues have ever seen.
Well, that's fine, honey. Now you run along. You get a husband, don't you worry.
Right.
Of course not, honey. No need to be. I'm worrying enough for the both of us.
We're back.
Oh, good. Central, here's the phone number of the newspaper. You call up and get this Society Sandy on the phone and ask her what it takes to give a coming out party.
Yes, ma'am. Coming out party.
Ellie, this Diana gal snared herself a husband right after she give one. She's got a face with sour milk.
Find out what they put in the party.
I got Society Sandy's secretary on the phone.
We should have thought of it. Lisa and Ellie ain't got no dates, but nobody in Beverly Hills knows that she's here. She ain't been presented to society.
That's what a coming out party's for, huh?
Why, sure. When you want to get rid of an old hound dog, you bring him out where folks can look at him, don't you?
I see your point, but I wouldn't put it just that way.
All I know is that I've tried every love charm in my book to get Ellie Mae a husband. And now we've got to give it the old horse auction approach.
Don't know as I'd put it that way, neither.
Yes, ma'am. Hand engraved invitation. Everybody in the blue book. Is that all?
Yes, that's about it. Have fun and lots of luck. Bye. Oh, Society! Sandy! Feast your baby blues on this.
Yeah.
Ellie Mae Clampett is having a coming out party.
Ellie Mae Clampett. Let me see. Did I meet her at the Von Clippington tea dance?
Oh, Sandy, I'm putting you on. It was a hillbilly. You should have heard the question. At a coming out party, does the folks have to stay out, or can they come back inside and try to fail?
Clampett. No, I've heard that name before. Get me research on the horn.
Next, you got to invite the 400. Stays in the blue book.
We'll get one of them books.
Yeah. And then you got to have party vittles fixed by a world's famous chef.
I already figured on doing the cooking.
And then you got to have music for dancing.
I'll get on my guitar, just hold his spoon.
Yeah.
This is Ellie's big chance. You got to do everything big. Everything first rate.
You're right. We gotta hire us a high-class outfit.
This calls for nothing less than Luther Gooch and his Ozark Jug Band.
You reckon they'd come?
Oh, it's gonna cost Jed a pretty penny. But as long as we've gone this far, what's another $10 or $20?
Okay, thanks. No, that's all I need to know. Wow. What a scoop. Ellie Mae's father, J.D. Clampett, has 68 million simoleons.
Oh, they're in the simoleon business.
Ain't funny, honey. They're all rich. Have on the phone.
It ain't no rumor. It's gonna be the biggest thing you ever seen. We're bringing in 2 bands from out of town, inviting everybody in the blue book and then some.
Sounds like you're out to get a name for yourself.
No, we're out to get a name for Ellie. One with a missus in front of it. She's spending a fortune. We're gonna make the Diana Dayton party look like a rained-out well ticket.
After these two, pussycat, my head is finished.
And if you don't want to miss the party, you take some horehound and honey and get right in bed. Night.
Society Sandy's sick.
I say, light-headed, talking goofy. the worst case of travel in Ohio. He sounded for all the world like a man.
Morning, Miss Hathaway.
Chief, have you seen the morning paper?
No. Is my picture in it?
It's Society Sandy's column. It says the Clampetts are having a coming-out party for Ellie Mae.
What?
There's a coming-out party planned for the Clampett Cupcake, Ellie Mae, that should be the Beverly Hills Basherino of the year. Papa Clampett is sparing no, but no expense.
Call that paper. They can't print lies like that. I'll sue.
Well, Society Sandy got the story right from Granny.
Come on, we've got to get up there and stop them.
But Chief, a coming-out party for Ellie Mae isn't such a bad idea.
It is when they spare no expense. Come on. Mr. Clampett, Granny?
This must be their idea of a coming-out party. Oh, Chief, it's worse than I thought.
Yeah, you must have spent 10 or 20 bucks on crepe paper alone.
I was thinking of the Clampett feelings.
We'll think of a reason why nobody shows up.
After a mention in Society Sandy's column, every matron in Beverly Hills will give the mate photo for Pluto's back to come.
So?
I know so, that they'll be expecting champagne, roses, white tie, and tails. It's an exquisitely beautiful, elegant affair.
Well, thank you, Miss Jane. We've done the best we could.
They'll be talking about this party for a long time.
Sure hope so. Well, come on, say hello to Granny. She's out in the kitchen whooping up the party biddle.
She's already started cooking?
Has been for 48 hours. She sleeps standing up, leaning against the cupboard with a ladle in her hand.
My goodness.
Yeah, she says she's going to make this a bigger coming-out party than the one Elsie Suggins had back home.
A coming-out party back in the hills?
Well, in a manner of speaking, Elsie gave it for her boy Moonshine when he got out of jail. Granny, look who's here.
Hello, Granny.
How are you, Granny?
Good to see you. But don't get no ideas you're gonna help out. Everything's been taken care of. The plans has been made, and the cooking is underway.
Granny, you're dead on your feet. You need some sleep.
Sleep, there'll be plenty of time for that after Ellie's wedding.
Wedding?
Yes, out here. A coming-out party can get a gal married quicker than a shotgun could back home.
But I don't know about that, but I thought it'd be a good way for Ellie to meet some of the young fellas around here. Granny.
Oh, yeah, of course, that's right, of course.
Oh, howdy, Miss Drysdale, Miss Jane. Uncle Jed, Win was gone too much out back, so he's going to finish the invitations in here.
Those are invitations?
Yes, ma'am. For a fancy do like this, we found out they had to be hand engraved.
Come on, Bessie, can't you go no faster?
You lay off her, Jethro. She can print twice as pretty as you can.
Well, she ought to be able to. She takes twice as long.
Bessie helping you?
Well, Jethro said we'd never get done unless she did.
Yeah, Society Sandy said that we should send invites to every one of the 400 in the Blue Book.
Do you have a blue book?
Yeah. This here's one.
Jethro, this is the Beverly Hills telephone directory.
That's right. That's the only one with the blue cover.
Jethro, the blue book is another name for the social register.
Yeah. Boy, if I wasn't so doggone good at soccer, I'd swear there was more than 400 names in here.
I don't know which will hurt them more. Being laughed at then or being told now they're doing everything wrong.
Well, you've got to tell them.
Absolutely not. I'll resign first.
All right, resign first, then tell them.
I couldn't.
Well, who are we going to find? Who will? Who's cold enough? Callous enough? Heartless enough?
Milburn?
Margaret, we were just talking about you. Excuse us, Miss Hathaway. How are you, my sweet?
I was just reading Society Sandy's column about Ellie Mae Clampett's coming out party. Everybody in the beauty salon is talking about it.
Oh, yes. Your hair does look gorgeous, dear.
Claude's beauty salon.
The Poodle Pampatorium.
Your hair does look gorgeous, Claude.
Oh, stop it, Milburn. He was having a facial.
A facial?
Yes. Milburn, what about Ellie Mae's party? Apparently the cream of Beverly Hills society is going. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, it is a wonderful opportunity for the Clampetts, but I did want to ask you if... Well, they do need social direction, and I know how good you are giving parties, and... Well, would you help them?
I'd love to.
Did you say you'd love to?
Well, I certainly can't beat them, so I might as well do everything I can to help them, fit in.
Oh, Margaret, that's wonderful.
Have Miss Hathaway tell them that I'll be over right away.
Thank you, sweetheart.
All right, everybody, Miss Drysdale's here to lend a hand.
How do you do?
Hi, Miss Drysdale. Now, let's make her welcome. And pulling together, we'll put on the best coming-out party ever.
I'm sure you'll never forget. Tell me some of the things you're cooking, Jack.
I'm starting with possum sausages. What about it?
Possum sausages? How wonderful.
Huh?
The 400 will love them. What else are you serving?
Filet.
Filet mignon?
Filet gumbo.
Good.
Full of whole crawdads, big chunks of catfish, and mudsucker.
Oh, my taste buds are doing a tango. Society will be mad. And what are these preparations are these?
We're hand engraving party invites.
Hand engraved.
Yeah, we's all doing it. Bessie, too.
You have a monkey writing invitations? I never heard of one so smart.
I don't know why everybody makes such a big fuss over that ape. She's only copying what I put in front of her. You take this away from her, she can barely write her own name.
These are the invitations you're sending out.
Yeah, to everybody in the blue book.
This is the blue book? You only want the elite at your party. Why don't you let me take care of inviting the guests?
Swell. You can take over right there at Porky's Pizza Parlor.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the right people come.
Now, you see, Granny, she's being a help. Why, you might even have a chance to get some sleep before the party. So you ain't the least bit sleepy. Are you, Granny? Granny?
Good morning, Miss Hathaway. All ready for the big party tonight?
I'm ready, but are the carpets?
I'll check a little later. Margaret's up there right now attending to the final details, and she's personally invited all the right people.
But, Chief, what about the hand-engraved invitations to everybody in the phone book?
Margaret took care of that. She told Jethro she'd bring them back here to me, and it's incinerated.
Chief, that's so sly and devious.
Isn't she wonderful?
Good morning, Mr. Clampett. You all ready for our party?
Well, we was, Miss Drysdale, but I'm afraid I got a piece of bad news. This here telegram's from Millard Fribble.
Millard Fribble?
Yeah, you remember him. He's a fellow with Swing-a-Layton musical song.
Oh, yes. Perfect for a coming out party. What are they arriving?
Well, that's just it. He ain't.
They ain't? They aren't?
No, you see, they took an offer to play at the Buzz River Hog and Steer Off.
They're giving up a trip to Beverly Hills for that?
Well, it is a showcase.
But you still got that Luther somebody and his Ozark jug there.
Luther Gooch phoned to cancel, too. Seems they needed some new jugs to toot on. So they had a party, and now they got the jugs, but nobody's sober enough to play them.
What a shame.
Don't worry, we got plenty of records to play on the phonograph. You know, bluegrass, barn dance, things like that.
Well, as long as you have country music, it's a high society statement.
Well, got the outside decorated all right?
Oh, it's done a fabulous job. Of course, 2 more corn shucks would be nice.
Well, that's fine with me, as long as your friends wouldn't feel it was too show-off.
Oh, Miss Drysdale, I was calling Jen to come see the coming out dresses you bought for Ellie. Come on in.
That sure was nice of you, Miss Drysdale, buying that dress, fixing Ellie's hair and all.
Come on down, Ellie.
Oh, she's just perfect.
She looks just like Gertrude Lovely, the Star-Spangled Vagabond.
Yeah, a little bit flashy.
The way a girl looks at her coming out party is all important. Dictated by tradition.
I want to do everything just right.
And you have. From these decorations to having Bessie the Chin talking the cards.
All right, honey, you can change back now. We just wear our regular Sunday go-to-meeting clothes, huh?
That's right. The big time, Mr. Flower.
I didn't know you was fond of it.
Oh, yes. Well, everything seems to be in order, so I'll be running along. If you need any more help before the party, just phone me.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Drysdale.
Yes, thanks, honey. You've been awful sweet.
It was my pleasure. I just want to be sure the Beverly Hills Society gets the proper expression.
I don't care about that. Just so Ellie gets the proper effort.
I can't get over how she jumped us with his coming out.
Sweet as sugar. Ain't time to change one thing that we've done. You know, it was her suggesting bobbing for apples and having a sack present.
This goes to show you that when it comes to having a good time, folks is folks. Either high society or a bunch of stump jumpers like us. Wonder who that is?
She double crossed me. She hasn't changed a thing.
Well, hi, Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane.
Just couldn't wait till tonight, huh?
You look nice, don't you? Big wife ought to need a few more corn chunks, man.
Thanks this fly to us. You bought Ellie a beautiful red dress and rug. All covered with fringe and spangles and such. It's all coming out, gals, wearing it.
Of course, everybody else just wears Sunday would have beat.
Don't worry about flashing gopher gravy on your good clothes. We've given everybody their own bit.
Drive back to the office, Miss Hathaway. Cheapest drive.
Excitement just too much for him, huh?
Yes, that's it.
Well, see you tonight.
Come early, stay late.
Bye.
Just wait till I get my hands on Margaret. Look at this guest list. Everybody from Society Sandy to Phil the dry cleaner.
Prince Filippo de Ragatini.
Either way, they're all going to think the Tammers are a bunch of pigs. Like these social lions will eat them alive.
Well, it looks as though your wife has won. Party's tonight.
We've got to do something. Ellie Mae's coming out will look like a masquerade ball.
Chief, that's it. Give me the guest list and let's start phoning.
What are you talking about?
A society first. A masquerade coming out party.
All right, but it better work. Or there's going to be a giant going-away party. For the Clampets money, my wife, and you.
Well, Chief, it worked. Society's having a wonderful masquerade party.
Yes. I hope nobody tells Mr. Clampett he won first prize for his costume.
Never find out what we did. How do I wish it was?
At home, she couldn't make it.
Really, what happened?
I locked her in the closet.
Well, Granny, they all seem to be having a high old time. Mr. Drysdale says the cream of society is here.
Well, if this is the cream, I'd hate to see the skim milk. Look at them. They're all a bunch of goofs.
You seem to dress them mighty peculiar, don't they?
Peculiar. Did you see that goomer wearing a sheet and a bunch of leaves in his hair?
I thought that was a bird's nest. It ain't so much they're dressing funny, but have you talked to any of them? I asked that fella dancing with Ellie who he was, and he said Napoleon.
You can't blame them for acting strange, as sick as they are.
What you mean?
Miss Drysdale said everyone on the guest list was a blue blood.
Clampett, Granny, I want you to meet Society Sandy.
Well, howdy there.
How's your sore throat, honey?
I beg your pardon?
Just can't shake it, huh?
You pussycats have really done it. You know, these tootsies have danced in a lot of coming-out parties, but this one beats them all. It's the most original and inventive I've ever seen.
Well, thank you, but by rights, it's better wrong for you and our dear friend, Mrs. Drysdale.
Well, it's a great party, and you have a lovely daughter. And I hope I see a lot of you in the future.
Well, Mr. Lady Killer, you sure set Miss Society Sandy on her ear.
What you talking about?
Well, she seemed quite anxious to No, you better. I mean, she ain't gonna have that sore throat forever.
Get it, Granny. Don't bother me that she ain't too pretty in the face, dresses funny, and totes a stick with a ribbon on it. But I just don't think I could warm up to a woman that smokes a cigar.